Hello, and welcome to Every Persona Explained, where we take a look at the origin and representation of every persona. And today, we're taking a look at the Chimera. The Chimera is a monster from ancient Greek mythology, and while in modern times the word Chimera can describe any combination of animals, the Chimera was described as having the body and head of a lion, a tail that ends in a snake's head, sometimes referred to as a dragon, and the head of a goat coming out of the middle of her body. Also, the goat head can breathe fire. Sure, why not? Chimera was the daughter of Typhon and Echidna, the father and mother of all monsters. She was the sister of other monsters such as Kerberos and Orthus, the 3- and 2-headed dogs respectively. She also had 2 children of her own, one being the Nemean lion, famous for being slain by Heracles, and the other being the Sphinx, who was later bested by Oedipus. Which is very fitting, since the father of these 2 monsters was none other than a Chimera's brother, Orthus. Gross. Chimera was said to have lived in Lycia, modern-day southern Turkey. More specifically, on or around Mount Cragus, which might be the modern Mount Sandak, or Sandak Da. I'm definitely pronouncing that wrong. Chimera only seems to show up in one story, the story of the hero Bellerophon. Through a series of events that weren't really his fault, Bellerophon is tasked with slaying Chimera. So he and his winged steed Pegasus, yes, Disney lied to you about Pegasus, big surprise, set off to do just that. But Chimera wasn't exactly a pushover, and nothing Bellerophon did seemed to hurt her. Eventually, Bellerophon got the idea to grab a chunk of lead, which he apparently just kept in his back pocket or something, and thrust it into Chimera's mouth, which melted when she tried to breathe fire and suffocated her. Now, far be it from me to call into question the likes of Homer, Hesiod, and Apollodorus, but that doesn't make any sense. She had 3 heads. You're telling me only one of them had access to the lungs? Sounds like a cover-up to me. And that's Chimera, the 3-headed monster that should probably be on a metal album cover. So how's her in-game representation? Really good. Like, really, really good. Body and head of a lion? Check. Tail with a snake head at the end? Check. Weird goat head coming out of the middle to make this thing a body horror? Check. Now, it does show her with a mane, which is archetypical of male lions, which she is not a male, but female lions sometimes grow manes, so we'll let it go. The in-game description does say that it originally represented the seasons. I wasn't able to find anything about that in any of the sources I found, so I have no idea where that's from. Chimera is categorized in the Chariot Arcana. How do I keep pulling chariots? In the P3s and PQs, and Strength in P5R. Chariot works decently well with its meanings of tenacity and strength upright, and its meanings of aggression and hostility reversed. Strength also works with its meaning of power and strength. Wait, why is Strength in multiple Arcana? Strength makes sense, but why is it in Chariot too? What the fuck? Reversed strength can also mean discord, like the kind Chimera would cause. Her moveset in P3 is really good. She has Augie for fire, Cleave for slash damage, and Bewilder, which causes distress, all matching very well to her origin as a terrifying monster. Q1 retains the slash and fire moves, but picks up Snake Glare and Bestial Roar. The moves themselves don't really add anything representative, but the names are fantastic. In Royale, she leans hard into the fire aspect, but also picks up ice moves for some reason. Finally, in Q2, she keeps the fire and physical moves, but also picks up a poison move. While not attested to in the mythos, serpents were often said to be able to spray poison from their mouths. One such serpent was Chimera's sibling, the Lernean Hydra. So while not super accurate for Chimera, it's got some kind of precedent. Her trait is Foul Stench, which I guess fits. A terrible monster probably doesn't bathe very often, so sure, why not? When itemized, she gives Null Fire or Drain Fire Seal card under a Fusion Alarm. These are decent, as Chimera was a fire-breathing monster, and thus probably had some fire-resistant properties. Overall, I'd say it's some good, solid representation. That goat head still does bother me, though. Thank you very much for watching. It was very nice coming back to something I was familiar with. As much fun as I have researching new things, it is very nice being in your safe space, as it were. So don't forget to subscribe. Let me know who you want to see next down in the comments below, and I'll see you next time on Every Persona Explained.